Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, August 8th, 2023, and it is daily crypto news. Wherever you're listening to this, no matter the country, the state, the city, please go to Apple Podcasts, click those 5 stars, give us a good rating, and don't forget you can reach out at bookings@todayinweb3.com. I swear I'm going to change that one of these days, even if it's to a Gmail. Today is Election Day in Ohio. So if you're listening to this in Ohio, you know what time it is. Please go out and vote. Let's get into this daily crypto news. Huge news broke yesterday as PayPal is taking a step in the crypto industry. It is rolling out its very own stablecoin called PyUSD. It's going to be issued by Paxos Trust. The dollar peg stablecoin is expected to become a part of the overall payments infrastructure of PayPal. PayPal-USD, ticker PYUSD, is backed by short-term treasuries, dollar deposits, and cash equivalents. It'll be issued on the Ethereum network as an ERC-20. This new PayPal offering is expected to work in tandem with its other crypto offerings, reportedly allowing users to swap dollar-denominated tokens for cash and other assets on the platform. And PayPal's platform is huge. It has around 431 million users across the globe. Now, the reactions are mixed across the community. 3iQ head of research Mark Connors told Decrypt that this is the biggest news as Larry Fink validating Bitcoin, if not bigger, because a payment system has an immediate impact. Who's Larry Fink? Well, he's the CEO of BlackRock, and as you know, they validated Bitcoin by trying to launch a Bitcoin spot ETF. Mark Connors continued to say that PayPal is doing this because they want to be involved in the next evolutionary step in finance. The founder and CEO of Hashflow is also bullish. Varun Kumar said that this is a net positive for the crypto industry and serves as another step toward mass adoption. I anticipate we'll see more major companies follow the similar path in the near future. Now, you know, when there's any news about anything, somebody in Congress is going to weigh in about something, and so did Patrick McHenry, who's a Republican from North Carolina and also the chairman of the Financial House Services Committee, and he said in a written statement, "It's more important than ever that Congress enact legislation to provide comprehensive digital asset regulation, especially for stablecoins. We are currently at the crossroads to keep America at the forefront of digital asset innovation. But it's not all roses, it's not all legislation, it's not all Congress." Adam Cochran, he's a crypto analyst, he said that PayPal's move is a nothing burger and mostly centralized because PYUSD is supposedly confined to PayPal services and Venmo. By the way, another huge criticism, and a probably very valid one, is that this has all the censorship capabilities of a CBDC, yet is launched by big tech instead of the government. And I told you this is one of my crystal ball predictions, is that a CBDC is not going to be launched by a government, it's going to be launched by companies. And the reason is that Congress and the government, they don't want to have any conversation around the First Amendment, censorship, privacy, and so on and so forth. But if you have terms of service, which our terms of service is the Constitution, if you have a company's terms of service, then you can bypass all that. So why not just work with companies to get this done? If you're on YouTube, you can see the tweet that Altcoin Daily posted, and they said that the PayPal stablecoin can be frozen and shows you code proving that it can be frozen. Now, going back to what Skylar, a listener of Daily Crypto News, sent me the other day, he asked a question about, hey, do you think there's a problem with all the tickers on Uniswap that are basically looking like scam tokens or copies of tokens that, we think are valid, like Bitcoin or Ethereum? Well, several imposter tokens already popped up on Uniswap of the PayPal USD stablecoin, which is very interesting. They're all using PYUSD ticker. Why? Because they want to trick you into getting your money. I find it interesting that Uniswap will stop trading Hex or Ben or other tokens that the community doesn't like, or maybe is going through some kind of SEC, CFTC, or regulation lawsuits, or scrutiny. But they won't impose any restrictions on imposters when they're obviously out to scam people. Now, it's funny that Mango Markets is in the news today because I used them as an example yesterday. If you guys remember yesterday, we were talking about hackers taking money out of like smart contracts or finding vulnerabilities, and the crypto companies then coming back saying, hey, we will let you keep part of the money as a bounty for finding this hack if you just give back most of it. And this is like the only solution that the crypto industry has to prevent against these exploits. It's like, hey, you got us, send us some money back and you can keep some of it too. Well, in the Mango Market hack, is this hacker found a vulnerability, a way to exploit around $116 or $117 million. And they said, okay, hey, if you send us back like, 67 million, 70 million, you can keep the rest. Well, this person was very transparent about how the exploit happened, that he had the money and that he was going to give the money back to Mango Markets and keep the bounty. And the CFTC went in and basically arrested him. Mango Markets, instead of defending the person, said, "Nah, we'll help you press charges because we're going to press charges too." Well, now we're at a crossroads with Mango Markets because to get any funding for anything in Mango Markets, you have to go through a DAO, which means your community has to vote on it. And well, their legal bills by prosecuting this guy is now swelling, as well as bills to get regulation compliance. So this is kind of like what they call it, your just desserts. I think it was shady that the guy got arrested, even though he was very transparent for it. I guess you shouldn't be hacking and stealing money in the first place. I don't know. I'll stay out of it. It's just interesting that we're talking about this yesterday. Another big thing we were talking about yesterday was Justin Sun's Huobi, because Huobi had huge outflows the other day of stablecoins, totaling around $100 million. Well, there's a whale that's coming to the rescue, and they made a transfer of around $200 million in USDT on Tuesday, followed by a second transaction of about 5,000 ETH, valued at about $9.15 million. That brings Huobi's total supply of USDT up to $273 million. People were thinking it was Justin Sun. First of all, where the hell does Justin Sun get so much money? But it isn't Justin Sun, it's another whale. Looks like this whale came to save the day. There are now 2 exchanges in Singapore that have been issued major payment institution licenses. What is an MPI? Well, it permits the unrestricted offering of payment services, including digital payment token services and cross-border transfers without limits on transaction volumes. Who was the first one to have it? That was Crypto.com. Who's the second exchange to get it? That's Blockchain.com. This next news comes from CoinDesk, and before I get into that, I just want to say, if you're listening to this from CoinDesk, reading your damn website on a desktop sucks. The top bit, I don't know if you guys noticed, if you guys use CoinDesk, if you open an article, then you want to scroll down, this top bit like goes down half or 3/4 of your screen, so you can't read anything. And it takes, I don't know, like maybe 5 or 6 seconds for this thing to go away. It's so fucking frustrating. CoinDesk, please knock it off. Just allow me to read the news, have ads, have pop-ups, but can you please keep them out of my line of sight for what I'm actually on your site to do, is read the news? Anyway, Solana-based decentralized exchange Cypher, they just lost around $1 million in a hack or exploit or security incident on Monday. At Cypher_protocol tweeted this: Cypher has experienced an exploit security incident. The smart contract has been frozen. The team is currently working with individuals and investigating. To the hacker, we are waiting to see whether you'd be open to speaking with us about any potential next steps. Again, the only thing that the crypto industry has to thwart these attacks is to write the hacker and ask for their money back and say, hey, we'll let you keep some. This is honestly a fucking joke. Let's get into those crypto prices.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
And the time is 10:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fear Greed is sitting at 50% right now, neutral. Bitcoin sitting at $29,391, up 1.4% in 24, while Ethereum is at $1,836, up 0.5%. Tether's number 3, Binance is at $243, up 0.8%, and XRP is at 62.4 cents, up 1.7%. Running off the top 10, we have USDC, Dogecoin, Cardano, Solana, and Tron. The total market cap is sitting up around 1% at 1.17. We have a Bitcoin dominance of 48.9 and an ETH dominance of 18.9. And that was our show today. Until tomorrow, which you can expect at least a minute monologue on the election results from today in Ohio. Happy hodling, everyone.